My name is Diego Ramos. I'm married to Kezia. We have a 3-year-old daughter called Joana, and we are from Brazil. And I was not born in a Christian home. My extended family was Catholic, but when I was about 2 years old, my mom converted to Christ, and she used to take me to church every week. When I was about 6 years old, I had already made 4 or 5 professions of faith, and that did not make me a super believer, but a deceived unbeliever because I didn't understand my sin. So I grew up as a hypocrite, feeling safe for being associated with the local church, but at the same time trying to please my friends, behaving just as they behaved. So I got less and less frequent in the church during my teenage years until God sought after me. And when I was 17 years old, God sent loving brothers who confronted me with my hypocrisy, and the Holy Spirit used that to bring me to an understanding of my sin and my need for Christ. So God really blessed me after that. A friend gave me a book which really impacted me. It was a book on creationism, and because of that book, I was influenced to pursue science in order to teach other Christians to defend the faith against evolution. So I enrolled in the university to study physics, and 5 months before that, I met the one who is my wife today. She's a pastor's daughter and a missionary granddaughter, and I received much good influence through her family. And we married 3 years after that. And after I graduated, we came back to our hometown and got back to my home church and started serving there. And we got involved with the youth ministries in my home church. And I got the opportunity to teach on a weekly basis. I was teaching the book of James. And the only commentary I had was MacArthur's preachings that I got from Grace to You website. So I preached verse by verse because I was following his path. So I really loved that, and that made me to start thinking more and more about full-time ministry. So in 2009, a TMS graduate, Rick Orton, and a TMS student, Kendall Nichols, went to Brazil for a pastors' conference. Kendall was his translator. And I talked to Kendall about my desire to train people to defend the faith. And he said to me this: if you want to teach people about creation, the first thing you need to know well is not science, but the scriptures, and especially in the original languages. So he talked to me about TMS, and I got accepted later that year in 2009, but it could not come because I did not have enough funds, financial support for that. So how could I pay for studies and live in Southern California making about $400 a month in my job in Brazil? But God knew how I could pay, and he provided wonderfully through the TMS donors and through my job here, through the Nichols family, and an anonymous supporter who has sent $500 every month since we stepped our feet in the U.S. When we came here, my wife and I were thinking maybe we are going to stay for a week or two with the Nichols, and until we find an apartment and furniture. But God had better plans, and when they went to get us at the airport and they left us in the apartment they had already rented for us with all the furniture and food in the fridge and pantries, God's faithfulness didn't stop there, and we received several unexpected checks during critical times in seminary. He gave us a car, it broke. He gave us another one, so it has a few problems. We were praying that it's going to hang in there for 2 more months until go back to Brazil. And I can't thank God enough for the blessings that he has showered me with during the time in seminary. And most special of those is my wife. She has patiently endured me for 7 years now, and she has endured these 3 years in seminary, not knowing well the language. It was a really challenge for her. And she has never fed my pride during my time in seminary, my academic pride. The first time I got a 97 in Dr. Berg's translation, I went very excited to show her, and she said, "Where are the 3 other points?" Didn't you study? And so then I got 100 last semester in a paper, and I went to show her, and she said, Oh, you just did what you should do. Keep studying. Thank you, honey, for your support. I love you. So, God has been faithful, and we want to be found faithful, good and faithful servants when He comes back. And as for future plans, we're going back to Brazil after graduation, and we want to establish a church-based seminary to train Bible expositors, not only to defend the faith against creation, but to teach the whole counsel of God. And God has already blessed us with a solid church in Brazil, within a fellowship of churches with that vision. And some churches in Kansas also pastored by TMS grads who want to get behind us in this project. And for that, I also intend to pursue a doctorate, but I'm not sure where it's going to be yet. So we appreciate your prayers for our family as we transition back to Brazil, to our home country, to pass on the training we have received from faithful men to other faithful men who teach others also. If I can leave a verse for you, it is Psalm 116:12. It is a question that was in my mind as I was preparing for this. How can I repay the Lord for all the benefits He has done for me? Thank you.